Today, I'm going to talk about how long it takes to sell your house in Oakland. 4 weeks of quarantine is making me sassy. So there are several things that are going to determine how long it takes to sell your house when you put it on the market. And a lot of it is going to depend on what kind of a product you put on the market. But other factors that do include how long it takes to sell are pricing, the location, the condition and the cleanliness, your marketing. This is all your staging, your photos, all the digital marketing goodies that you have done on it, the time of year, the market reach that your realtor's firm has, worldwide pandemic, your realtor's ability to negotiate, and your buyer's financial profile and what they can do. In Oakland, we tend to follow a 2-week schedule out here. It typically goes like, you go on the market on a Tuesday or Wednesday and Thursday. You have 2 weekends of open houses. You have 1, possibly 2 brokers tours during that time. An evening open house during that time. And then you take offers on possibly that Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday that happens after the second weekend of open houses. And if everything is done right, it's very likely that you will be in contract on that day or the day after. Most of the houses in Oakland are sold this way. Buyers like it because it gives them time to get their ducks in a row, helps alleviate the stress and the pressure a little bit. It also gives a house enough time to get really good exposure. So you don't have to do it this way. It's possible to do it faster. Usually I ask my clients, what is their motivation for wanting to speed it up? Because there are pros and cons to everything. And at least when I'm working with my clients, I want to do what's best for them in their situation. You can also take offers as they come and maybe sell it in a day or two, but it really is in your best interest to work a due date for when you're gonna receive and review all the offers, because if all the offers come in at one time, you have better negotiation power. And also what you really want when you're selling your house is to be in a multiple offer situation, because a multiple offer situation is pure gold. I guess you can also try reducing it to 1 week if you really wanted to speed it up. But in an area where the typical marketing strategy is 2 weeks and you deviate, it could just make things a little bit more challenging for your buyers, because you want to give enough people time to come and look at it and check it out. The thing about selling your house is that you want to make it easy for people to come. You don't want to have any obstacles for buyers to have, hoops for them to jump through in order to get in to see your house. You want to just make it as easy as possible. You want to get as many offers as you can, because that's where you're going to want to have them compete. And it's not also just about time on the market, because if the question really is how long does it take to sell your house, then we need to really define what that means. Because the duration of the escrow also plays a big role in how fast your house is sold. So what are you calling sold anyway, right? Is it when you get into contract? Or is it when all the contingencies are lifted? Or is it when everything is said and done and the money is paid and escrow closes? This is kind of considered differently by different people. So if it means to you that everything is said and done and escrow has closed and the property is no longer in your name, then it's also about how long your escrow is. So then what we really need to talk about is how long does it take from when you put your house on the market to the time that escrow closes and the property is no longer in your name. So if time is of the essence for you and you want to know what is actually the shortest period of time from going on the market to closing escrow, well, then there's different things that we can negotiate for you, that can be negotiated for you. One of which is a faster escrow. Out here in Oakland, it's really common to have a shorter escrow. A typical escrow is usually 30 days, but it's possible to negotiate less than that. 21 days also happens quite a bit out here. So what you can do is still have maybe 2 weeks on the market and then negotiate a quicker close. instead of, because that would kind of really be the same thing as maybe being on the market for 1 week and having a 30-day escrow. I mean, basically you're talking about a difference between 34 and 37 days, which are really not significantly different from each other. So, but also it's going to depend on what your offers are, because sometimes it might be worth it for you to take a little bit longer to close, especially if you're going to be talking to a buyer who may be offering you more money for your house. So there's a bunch of things to weigh, and sometimes it's just going to take what it takes. But if you want to just say, a very typical 2-week marketing period and a 30-day escrow, well then, you're looking at about 44 days, but there are things that can come in and complicate that and make that possibly longer, and sometimes there's things that can make it less time. So you should check out my series on how to sell your house in Oakland, especially the one on how to market your house, because that is definitely going to impact how fast your house sells. So if you like this video, give me a like down below and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be posting all kinds of good stuff on here.